Hello, this is Benjamin Flagg. I'm a game design student at Folsom University, and thank you for the opportunity to share with you my adventure level created as a level designer using Unreal Engine for Level Design 1 and Project and Portfolio 2. To set the scene for my level, my gameplay mechanic inspirations were certainly games like Tomb Raider and Unreal, but my thematic inspirations were actually things like the works of H.P. Lovecraft, games like the original PC Alone in the Dark with its creepy, abandoned New England vibe. In my level, players have arrived on a craggy island far off the coast of New England after obtaining information about a map to a potential legendary pirate treasure hoard that was rumored to have been carried on a notorious pirate ship that was apparently lost in a storm in the area. Players will arrive via a small boat starting at the docks to the island, which have been shattered by the previously mentioned pirate ship. In the distance, I used landmarks such as the lighthouse and the manor house to help guide players away from the docks toward that location. As of right now, the player's boat is still stationary at the docks, but I would like to include a cutscene where it does sink upon arrival, which forces the player to move towards the lighthouse in search of both a map and a way to signal a rescue ship via the lighthouse. I used colors to differentiate both the player path and obstacles in an attempt to help guide the players, as well as leading lines such as the ship pointing to the lighthouse, the landmarks in the distance, and even things like the sunken masts on the ground to help point the player and guide them to their objective. Also included different areas of prospect and refuge, and I did want to give them a safe place where they could practice platforming and jumping mechanics with no penalty. So if they fall in the water, they are not harmed. There is a golden path, but I've also included a couple little Easter eggs and breadcrumbs strewn about, such as hidden pirate treasure, for players that feel like exploring a little bit off the beaten path. If players do continue on the main path or the alternate paths, however, they will eventually overcome this area, this initial testing area, for the first climbing skills challenge and arrive at another area of refuge. Here's another area where I used differentiating colors to help present the next path, hopefully in an obvious manner, to the players that will lead them up to the manor house, as well as additional breadcrumbs just to highlight areas of refuge. You still need to work on this area, especially including a valve and another way to make sure that the players head to the manor house before heading to the lighthouse, which they eventually will at this point. This next platforming challenge area includes jumps and tougher platforming challenges to help build on the player's previously established platforming skills. It also provides a pretty good opportunity for them to kind of get a scope of the island and the overall layout. Again, still a work in progress, and I did include a couple places where if they do fall, they can go back. Again, additional valves will probably be necessary at this point eventually. Upon arriving at the manor house, right now they can open the door, which does reveal, as of now, a final treasure chest containing both the lost treasure map that they were looking for, as well as a key to the gate that will lead to the docks on the other side of the island, which is going to be necessary to escape. Upon leaving the manor house, players will once again be presented with the lighthouse, as well as a better view, in addition to those leading lines, of their final objective. Right now, I do want to steer them more towards the lighthouse, which they will need to activate to signal the rescue ship, but I do need to include some type of valve there so that players know that the lighthouse is their next objective. As of right now, I'm still working on the platforms, but I do have it set up as the final platforming challenge, as well as a way, once they start to climb, that they will be able to see down to the docks to help reinforce that that is the next area that they are working towards. Right now, there is no actual activation switch, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do as far as I have the light working on the lighthouse. There's a view of the ships that will eventually come, hopefully via cinematic, and will help transition to the next level. But I am still trying to figure out with this lighting setup that we have, which is uniform across all levels, being in the daytime, how exactly I'm going to signal that that light is on. But anyways, this will be the gate that players will unlock. They will move their way down the docks, having seen the rescue ships coming in, get a good view of it there, and this will be the area that they do move to transition them into the next level. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to work with you all very soon. Once again, my name is Benjamin Flagg, and I hope you enjoyed this video walkthrough.